Welcome to Mind Awakening TV, where we explore thought-provoking insights, expand your mind, and challenge the way you see the world. If you're ready to open your mind and unlock new perspectives, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and awaken the power within. In a small, bustling town nestled between rolling hills and winding rivers, there lived a boy named Eli. Eli was quiet by nature, often watching the world from the edges of playgrounds and the corners of classrooms. He found comfort in the gentle hum of life around him, yet he sometimes felt like an outsider looking in, puzzled by the ever-shifting moods and emotions of those he met each day. Eli's curiosity about people grew as he noticed how their faces seemed to tell stories without words. One afternoon, as golden sunlight filtered through his bedroom window, he decided to embark on a personal quest. He wanted to understand the language of emotions, the silent signals that flickered across faces and shaped the way people connected. His journey began at home. Eli watched his mother as she prepared dinner. He saw the way her brow furrowed in concentration as she chopped vegetables, and the small, gentle smile that played on her lips when she caught him watching her. He realized that even in silence, her face was a canvas, painting stories of care, fatigue, and love. The next day at school, Eli paid close attention to his classmates. He noticed 5 distinct expressions that seemed to appear over and over, like familiar characters in a story. He called them the 5 faces: joy, sadness, anger, fear, and surprise. The first face was joy. Eli saw it in the wide, bright eyes and the easy laughter of his friend Mia as she shared a secret joke. He noticed how her whole face seemed to light up and how her happiness was contagious, drawing others closer. Watching Mia, Eli felt a warmth in his chest, a shared spark of delight. The second face was sadness. He spotted it on his neighbor, Mr. Patel, as he sat quietly on his porch, gazing at an old photograph. Mr. Patel's eyes glistened, his mouth turned down at the corners. Eli felt a gentle ache in his own heart, sensing the weight of memories and the longing in Mr. Patel's expression. He realized that sadness was a bridge, inviting others to offer comfort and understanding. The third face was anger. Eli saw it in his younger sister, Zoe, when her block tower tumbled to the ground. Her eyes narrowed, her cheeks flushed, and her lips pressed into a thin line. Eli noticed the tension in her face, the storm brewing just beneath the surface. Instead of turning away, he sat beside her, offering a patient ear. He learned that anger, when met with calm, could dissolve into conversation and even laughter. The fourth face was fear. Eli recognized it in his friend Lucas, who hesitated at the edge of the swimming pool, his eyes wide and his body tense. Eli understood the silent plea for reassurance, so he offered a gentle nod and an encouraging smile. Lucas's fear softened, and together they took a small step forward. Eli learned that fear, acknowledged and shared, could transform into courage. The fifth face was surprise. Eli encountered it in his teacher, Mrs. Rivera, when the class presented her with a birthday card. Her eyebrows shot up, her mouth formed a perfect O, and then she laughed, delighted and touched. Eli saw how surprise could open the door to joy and gratitude, connecting people in unexpected moments. As days turned into weeks, Eli grew more attuned to these 5 faces. He realized that every person carried a world of feelings just beneath the surface, and that by observing carefully, by truly seeing, he could begin to understand what others might be experiencing. He discovered that emotions were not puzzles to be solved, but invitations to connect. Eli's newfound awareness changed the way he moved through the world. When he noticed a classmate sitting alone, eyes downcast, he would sit nearby, offering quiet company. When he saw someone laughing, he joined in, letting their happiness fill the space between them. When tempers flared, he listened patiently, knowing that beneath anger there was often hurt or frustration waiting to be heard. He also learned to look inward, recognizing the five faces in himself. He acknowledged his own moments of joy, sadness, anger, fear, and surprise, allowing each feeling to come and go without judgment. He understood that emotions were a part of being human, a shared language that connected him to everyone around him. Through his journey, Eli discovered a simple but powerful truth. By observing others, he could increase his empathy. He realized that every face told a story, and that by listening with his eyes and his heart, he could offer kindness and understanding, even without words. In time, Eli's classmates and neighbors noticed the change in him. They felt seen and heard in his presence, and they, in turn, began to observe and care for one another more deeply. The small town became a little warmer, a little kinder, as people learned to recognize the five faces in themselves and each other. Eli's story reminds us all that emotional intelligence begins with observation. By paying attention to the subtle expressions and feelings of those around us, we open ourselves to empathy, the ability to step into another's shoes and share in their joys and struggles. It is a skill that can be cultivated by anyone, at any age, simply by choosing to see and to care. In a world that often moves quickly, it can be easy to overlook the silent stories written on the faces of those we meet. But like Eli, we can pause, observe, and connect. We can remember that behind every expression is a person longing to be understood. So the next time you find yourself among friends, family, or even strangers, take a moment to notice the five faces. Let your curiosity guide you, and let your empathy grow. In doing so, you will not only understand others more deeply, but you will also awaken a sense of connection that enriches your own life and the lives of those around you. For in the gentle art of observation lies the key to empathy, and in empathy, the foundation for a kinder, more compassionate world. Thank you for watching this episode of Mind Awakening TV. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an awakening moment. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue the conversation.